This is the one that has the really good opening. Yeah. Oh no, it's Bowser's Pyramid. Hi Tom, have I played the PSP exclusive RAL Gaiden Fighter? No. I imagine it would be awful. Hi Tom. We're gonna do something stupid. Decide the destiny. But then like the rest of the song is a little less great. Like Shin's theme fucking whips the hardest. I really want to play the PS1 Hokuto no Ken game. That's on the list. That was on the list along with the Cobra PS1 game, but I don't think I actually want to. I don't think I actually want to play the Cobra PS1 game. You know, since we're here. Hello, world. It's me, Icevy. Let's turn this down a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, the PS1 Hokuto no Ken game looks good. That's okay. Let's get the proper start here. Hi, Snake Man. Hi, Sass. Hi, Spin Cut. Hi, Vice's assistant. Hi, Tom. Hi, Dreams. I think that's everybody so far. Hello, everyone else who's lurking in the darkness. I'm live now. First order of business. Because of how I had to arrange this, and because of...
Mankind knew that they could not change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the robots.
What? I'm blameless.
Hell. Let's clean.
First order of business is that I'm tracking. I might be moving a little weird. I've switched to VTube Studio Android. Befittingly enough, Android tracking. Because in this situation, I need more cameras, and also I think this might help in the future when I'm playing games that the PC needs to run, when the workstation needs to run. Notably, I'm gonna have to play some 3DS games and some DS games up, so I figure experimenting a little bit, and this was worth it. And for today, it'll be good. But for today, we're gonna finish something important. We're gonna finish Punchmania. We're gonna finish Konami the Licensed. Also, hi Rowan, I'm sorry. I'm everywhere right now. I'm overthinking everything. I'm actually really anxious about this. I feel like for good reason. So we can see for the first reason why I'm anxious here. Hello, hi, say hi to this thing. This is the Punchmania machine. This is Konami's Punchmania. You tell me You mean to tell me that the Android is now tracking... yeah, the Android is tracking the Android. We're making it work. So quick little bit of history. As the millennium approached back in the old 1990s, as we moved to the year 2000, video game consoles could kind of just do what arcade machines could. Like, there was no novelty in the processing power and fidelity that arcade machines have, considering we were moving toward the era with the PS2 and the Xbox and the GameCube. I mean, arguably a lot of the early 3D consoles could do stuff too, but so arcade distributors changed things up. Konami, most notably, this is when they switched to a lot of rhythm games. Bimani, Beatmania, Beat 2DX, Dance Dance Revolution, the most famous, and they had some other things. And they also were willing to branch out. There were, I forget who brought that up last time. I don't know if it was Naho or Vice's assistant or Rowan. Someone brought up police, like the mocap boxing, which was a very sort of similar to this machine. Not really, because what it did was work like basically a prototypical Kinect, where you could move around to dodge punches and position yourself. It was Vice's assistant. See, I remembered it was somebody. So, and it also had two little, like, fisticuffs, like two boxing gloves you put on your hands, and you could actually throw punches. Police 911 also used very similar technology, but it was a light gun game. I actually, when Vice's assistant tweeted me about this, no, it wasn't Vice's assistant, it was somebody else. Was it Abort, Retry, Fail? There was somebody else that tweeted me saying they misremembered what Police 911 was. And part of that, I learned that there is actually another game like this, like Punchmania, that is Ashita no Joe. but it utilizes the mocap boxing tracking along with the Punchmania punch pads. But I feel like to actually see how the punch pads work, we need to actually look at the punch pads properly. So I have a nice little video here. Let's put this away for now. Is this what we want? Here we go. Let's pull these all the way up to the front. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. Come here. You go down here. And I'll go up here so I can look down upon it. So this is a video from Game Saru, who is a East Coast arcade hardware vendor. Vendor, I guess would be the correct word, because what they do is they usually just bring their machines to events, to conventions. If you attended MagFest this year, I don't know why you would go outside in the year 2022. But if you went to MagFest this year, they provided a bundle of the arcade machines. And here they have acquired, just this year...
We're good to go on this. Let's fire it up.
This very game we're going to play.
Now, usually, for me, I don't use these. You should, just as a protection thing. And generally, you know, for congoers, we want them to be safe playing as well. But, so I'll show you what I do, actually. Normally, this is obvious.
This is a good demonstration of how this game works. Also, hello Trace Bullet, hello Sardeus. Please use the gloves. So that you could use the gloves, or you can do what he's doing. Now, please watch how this operates.
So, oh, that's right. There's time as well. You can't just smack it. You want to hit it when
the lights come up.
Yeah. But I actually just use open palm like this.
Look at that! So that's what the punch pads do. They punch out. They swing out. They are motorized. They are equipped with a lamp to indicate when you're supposed to attack them, and you just give them a nice little whacking. Yeah, don't use your actual fists. You will fuck up your knuckles. Palms are probably the best way to do it. He's talking about it's hard to hear over the sounds of the game. This is a pretty loud game. The original version of this was actually localized in English. It has English voiceover for I think it has English voiceover. It has English text at least. It also has Italian in the setup menu. So I think that's where it was primarily distributed to. I believe that one's also distributed as Fight Mania. But the emulation in MAME for that isn't accurate. However, most of that game is within the one we're going to look at today. To give you a better demonstration of how all of this works, because he's talking about how the game works and talking about how they need to maintain it because they're going to let drunk con-goers go at it. He's taking it a bit easy and also describing it. Italians love their anime. This is true. The Dragonar DVDs for the latest, the most complete, best quality version. The subs for that were sourced from Italian DVDs. But please don't punch the punch pads. Let's go to a different video. This video, let me scroll down so we can see who this channel is. This is Takasan Richter. This was the only video that came up when I put in Punchmania in katakana. I know this video was taken in the Chiba Prefecture. I don't know what game center it is. It is pretty notoriously hard to get videos straight from a game center due to how, I don't know if it's Japanese law or just how game centers operate. But here we can watch someone play one of the harder levels of the game. You don't get to see the bottom punch pads, alas. Ooh, that's loud. But I think even without the bottom row of punch pads, you'll get a good demonstration of how this works at its fullest level. Okay, the Fight Mania version has English voice acting. Okay. The audio for that in MAME doesn't work, so I was trying to remember based on my one time I saw it at a convention. Also worth watching this because this is the best demonstration we're gonna get of the Toki fight, because this is the hardest mode, and I practiced this a little bit, but I can't do the hard modes. It's Souther. It's always Souther. He's the most south of the Southern Cross boys. Toki, please do the ASW Toki hand waves in chat now. We can see that this man is a professional, as he has his own gloves. This is the cool thing to me about how, like, some of this works. Oh, you can see the shooting star just like in the fucking source material. Ooh. Guys who bring their own drumsticks to Drummania? I've never seen, like, a Drummania machine. I've never had the benefit of seeing, oh, here's the cool part. This is how basically all the fights finish in this game. He puts on the actual gloves for this one. He did it. You can see him flexing a little. Then the reflection. But there you go. I've never had the benefit of being, like, near an arcade or near anything besides, like, a convention. And at conventions, people don't bring their own drumsticks for Drummania and things like that. They're not fun. Because it's RAW. This is RAW mode. If, let's go forward a little more. Yes. So we'll see the lineup here. We can see Juza. Juza the Cloud, who's my favorite. I love Juza the Cloud. Fudo is hiding here, and this at the very end. You gotta fight Kenshiro as Rao. Please enjoy this. This is a preview of it because I can't do the hard mode, as I said. So let's without further ado, let me press the start recording button because we're gonna actually look at the video game. So to actually look at the video game, let's go here. I have the game running in MAME already. Let me mute, change a couple of things here. This is a demonstration. Might be a little... I have it on free to play too. That's about right. So let's just watch the demo mode for a little bit, just to get a good, So because this is the sequel, it does have Hokuto no Ken 2 stuff. I'm pretty sure this is like the first real dude Ken fights in Hokuto no Ken 2. Punchmania! So yeah, the game runs in MAME pretty well. So let's pause here for a second. This is the demo mode. It's gonna briefly explain how this works. For this though, let's just go ahead. Actually, wait, I know what we do. For this though, we need to change something up really quickly. I need to add this bezel. I need to reveal to you something that I've been hiding. There's this bezel that runs in MAME on top of the game. And you might be asking, well, how exactly does that bezel work? Like, what is it there for? Do you believe that possibly that these coordinate to the punch pads? Also, here, it's a good thing I did it now. We got I Torimorose. Also, some good forms here. Mania! Oh, welcome to this crazy time. I don't know the rest of the lyrics because she talks really fast. You're a tough boy, tough boy, tough boy, tough boy. I like tough boy, I'm sorry. Do I have extra arms? I do not have extra arms for this situation. Sadly, we're gonna have to make do. These are 6 arms, I wish. Oh, well, maybe. Hold on a second. Let's start the game. And we're gonna work our way up into how this works. I'll reveal unto you how we'll actually play this. the double Asura's Wrath. Do I actually have to like play Asura's Wrath at some point just to make it good on this? So we're gonna immediately just go over here. Let's do the very easy route where you only see the Ryuken and Zeed. So I can do the demonstration here, and then we can move on to how we're actually gonna play this.
北斗神拳の極意パンチパッドが起き上がり、ランプがついたら叩くのだ。早くても遅くてもダメだ。タイミングが基本だ。では、わしの手が出たら、その場所をタイミングを合わせて叩いてみよ。よし、よし、よし、よし、よし。
Oh, my button didn't work. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. I'm getting yelled at by Ryuken. Okay, I think this is the end of the tutorial. Punch kick is on the mind. So originally when I wanted to do this, let's let Ryuken. Hey, we won. We did the demo. We got our little victory screen here. Go to next stage. I'm not gonna do Zeed mostly because I don't want to do Zeed twice. And pause. I need to get out of here. So that's clearly not how we're gonna play this. Can I play this with DDR pads? There are 6 punch pads, right? So I guess if I had a DDR, you could do this. However, I chose for a slightly different setup. Whoa, we have too many things here. We're spoiling it. We're spoiling it. Don't look at all that stuff. Hold on a second. Let me get myself up here. This is about where I need to be. Turn this on, turn this down. So first off, first matter of business, I need to get rid of this black border. Let's find where this is. Where is it? Hokuto no Ken. Filters. Boom. Look at that. We got rid of the black border using an image mask, and we can just see where our punch pads are. I can even add this little background. But this isn't perfect. This isn't ideal. I really wanted to use, like I said, I wanted to use motion controls for this, but the timing and the precision required did not work to my benefit. So I made a concession here, and I have this set up right now. I have put nice little green pads on these buttons so you can see the lights coming on as I need to punch them, and you can actually physically see me punch the buttons. This is about as ideal as it can get, I think. Mania. Go right about here. So this is about as good as I can do it. I don't have access to like anything bigger than this. Also, I need these to be like in about a straight row so that I can properly process what's in front of me. But thank you. There's another bit, because I believe, as we said, hold on. Let's launch the game. Have this all like finagled around in very funny ways. If I had thought about this a little sooner, I would have just bought proper like green like levers, not levers, but inserts for the punch buttons. Let's start where we need to be, where we mean to go on. We're gonna take on Zed. We're gonna do the proper first go. The hand cam returns. I told you the hand cam would be back. There's one thing we need to do. We need to make sure that we're properly safe. So let me put on my protective gloves. And I got these backwards. Hold on. Cool. Dumbass. Idiot. We have to play this game properly. So I'll only use one finger. Because of course you would only have one hand. It would be unfair if I used all of my fingers, right? So I have proper little boxing gloves. However, this will be very loud. These buttons are not silenced in any way. The foam green overlays do not dampen the sound anymore. So please let me know if like the punching is very loud. But this is what we're here to do, is the punching.
I love it.
Ready, go!
I missed. I'm not paying attention. I'm fucking up Zed. All right, here we go. I'll get the cursor in a minute. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I need to move this down into the left. Here we go. Slightly better into my field of view. So there we go. But yeah, I've chroma keyed these buttons, cleaned out the MAME overlay, and just made it so that maybe you can get the most appropriate experience. The chroma key isn't great, but you know, we're at a certain point we're making do with everything we have available to us here. I'm using all of my technology skills and bad ideas to make this work.
Ready, go!
Oh, those aren't synced anymore.
Hokuto Shinken wa muteki da. Hokuto! お前はもうただの脂肪の塊。
Get him with one more. Thank you. I'm glad everybody like appreciates or like at least finds this amusing. There's a secondary problem with this. Because this is a basic arcade stick, the buttons are slightly tilted, so they're not actually level. As you can tell, basically, you should be able to tell by my hand, I have to have the camera slightly unaligned to line up with the MAME overlay. Do I have the ruler around here? Guys, I wanted to do this with the Wiimote, but the precision required didn't make it feasible. Also, hold on. We're fighting Shin. We gotta pay attention. It's Shin. It's Shin.
Ready, go!
All right, we got him. Here we go. Woo! We got him. However, Shin won't be defeated by Chen's Kenpo. Oh! This is my favorite part of, like, the Arxis fighter is so fucking wild. I love that that's one of Shin's supers, that he can just be like, no, fuck you. I will not be defeated by your Kenpo. Fatal KO. And here we are. We made it. Aww. We did noticeably worse than my practice runs. We'll see the 573 score on the top two. I realize this probably also the boxing glove probably doesn't help my my stance, my ability here. There it is. That's the default. If you type in AAA, it goes to 573, which appropriately enough is Konami. Golgo would have shot him on falling down. Golgo never misses, but Golgo's not an honorable punch artist. The man with the M16. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep trying. I fiddled with the settings a little bit in thing and made them try to make the game easier, considering all of the debuffs that I have going on. I don't think I necessarily succeeded, so I don't think I'm gonna beat Souther at the end of this goal. That's not Souther. That's Souther. What is Souther doing here? So these are a little mixed up. I might have to take the boxing gloves off after this one. I might be able to beat Ray, and then Shu is probably gonna do me in. There he is! Look at him! It's Banjo Ginga! Thank you. I like this was the entire like investment. I'm like this should work. Yeah, that's what I said, Souther. That's his name. As long as it works. I don't think that guy's in here. I had to use my thumb. Hi, Denso. This game, I believe this game is a classic of the convention. He's made himself into steel, so we gotta do the correct punching. I did it again. I can't get the perfect 100. Yeah, just like that, right? Thank you, thank you, Dreams and Stardust. I'm too worked up to be properly sour about it this time. All right, pretty sure Ray is gonna do me in. I love Ray. Ray is my Hokuto no Ken husband. I love him the most. Maybe I love Shu more. I don't know. Ray is really good. I missed all?
すことになろうとはな。なんと水上剣。
Bad. All right, we got him at least. Did I get the 100? The perfect 100?
さすがに強いな。お前なら剣王を倒せるかもしれん。王を尽くさねばこの俺は倒せんぞ。
Here's Shu. Shu, I think, is also cool. But Sad Tragic Boys? I mean, Sad Tragic Boys is the most, like, manly thing possible. Ray does have good faces in this this game. All of his portraits are pretty strong.
六星が乱れた時から私とお前は戦う運命にあった。
Okay, hold on. I'm in danger. I'm dead. I figured that was gonna happen. All right, the gloves have to come off. Here's a problem with this though, is now I have to fight that group again. Put me in, coach. Also, the tips of my didn't do the tips of my fingers any good. Or I can, let's try it again. We'll do it once. I only retry these once because obviously it's just gonna get increasingly more difficult. I do have this set to like the easiest difficulty in the dip switch, not the dip switches, the service mode. So now I'm cheating. I have all of the buttons. I have activated my 6 robot arms. This is Ashura's Wrath mode, Izzy. Let me at him. Hi, Gamma Chris. Like I said, I put it down to the easiest. I mostly put this down to easiest due to this being a demonstration, and also because of my particular impediment here, playing this with the funny arcade stick. However, we can do really good crack fists now. I feel like this solution, not just for just, you know, make this work for streaming it and playing it and demonstrating it, is particularly befitting because this is a Konami game, and you know what Konami also was famous for in the arcades? It was Hyper Athletes, the game where you just had 2 buttons to mash the fuck out of. Lego Ray. I can take a look at this face now. This time.
さすがに強いな。お前なら剣王を倒せるかもしれん。
Achoo! This game rules. Like, this is really cool. I wish I could play the proper punch pad version again. This is the closest I can get until I can figure out how to, like, wire the actuators and shit into like a breakout board or something. I'm not sure how I would even go about, like, slipping this through, like, an Arduino or something and then having it hooked up to actual, like, sensors. There is another way. I'll demonstrate the next time we game over. I lost again. Yeah, you don't get to fight any of the funny filler villains. Let me go back real quick. We need to go over here. I'm gonna be not here. Talking time. We're gonna be slightly out of place. We need to look at one more thing. Let me pause the thing. I'm not gonna move myself back. I'm just gonna move this off, and I'm gonna hang out behind chat while we look at this one. This is the actual way you could possibly play this if you have a VR setup. I wasn't gonna buy VR just to do this. This is just quiet. Yeah, this is just quiet because of where it's captured from. This person, Mr. Number person here, they work on Bimani VR stuff. They have a Git repository that opens a bunch of this stuff. I don't know if this is publicly accessible, but this is another way you could feasibly play this game accurately. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna. What do you mean I'm thick? You calling me dumb? You calling me dense? What's going on? Be nice. I'm streaming here.
Okay.
You've seen my level of violence here. You know what I can do to you? Well, let's move on. We're never gonna see Souther at the end of that. We might have some hope of seeing the bottom of this stack. Let's fight Rolento. Not Rolento. This is Hydern. I mean, yes, it's both Rolento and Hydern. And have an ice cream. I'm glad the ice cream decided to show up. I can almost grab it. Can I offer you this ice cream? I can almost.
我々は神に選ばれた。レディーゴー。
Oh, it was a bat, huh?
ママを暗闇の中に消してやる。なんとよ。
So this is cool. You can see how this would actually like work. The punch pads, multiple punch pads show up, but you need to punch only the one with the light because of when he goes into the darkness. The cookie. I can almost acquire it. So this wasn't the Colonel, I think. I think it was the Colonel who, like, Kenshiro makes his skeleton explode out of his body. And I think it's this. Nah, this is Devil Rebirth. I don't remember. There's one guy he makes walk backwards to his death. Maybe that's just a difference between the anime and the manga. I've only read the manga, and I also, it's been like 10 years since I've read it. Anyways, Devil Reverse. That might have been the Colonel. There was who I know it's in the same arc that he makes someone's skeleton explode out of their body. This is another good one. Rather than doing the Hunter Crack Fist, you hit him with this Constellation Punch. I think so, because those came out in the later, those like were slightly later 2000s. This was literally like turn of the millennium, end of the century savior arcade game. Yeah, this was like 2000 though. When was the movie came out? It's because they're very close, but I think this predates it by like a year or two at least. All right, in practice I could beat the Warden. We'll see what happens here. I'm doing good, I think. Where's the big Van Vader? We'll hold on to that. When we get to Hokuto no Ken 2. Oh, that's because he's in that weird live action movie. I forgot about that. We'll see some familiar faces when we get to the Hokuto no Ken 2 stuff. I need to try and exhaust like what I can do before we hit a wall and then come back down. Also because, you know, who likes Hokuto no Ken 2, by the way? It's him! It's the Keno! It's the King of Fists! Tough Boy is a jam. I love Tough Boy! I'm so sad I will should be able to get to hear Tough Boy once. We're gonna take the canonical loss, I think. We're gonna take the... Pretty sure Ken loses here. But this is not like the final fight against... Yeah, this isn't the final fight against Ken, or first Raoul. Well, I blew it. I couldn't beat him here. Thank you for the fact checkings. I thought the movies were slightly sooner than that. I'm not gonna try and get all the way through Keno again, just for the sake of moving fast. Cause look, wait, this is weird. Oh, this is Ray's route. Oh, we gotta fight. We gotta try and fight fake Toki. I mean, everybody in 2000 was biting at their chance to get gacked. Ray doesn't. Oh, because Ray is dying.
Ready? Go!
I don't think I'm gonna get past Keno. Yeah, I didn't think I was even. We'll never do it. It does look like he's doing the crunchy give me your phone. Well, if you're still interested in this game beyond what I can do, I'm pretty sure all of the playthrough, all of the cutscenes, or basically like total gameplay video games game throughs are on YouTube. The King of Fists teacher phone. So you can see everything here, but because clearly I'm not gonna be able to do it. Previously in MAME, before we got to this implementation, where we have the nice little buttons, there's basically programmed to auto win, and all you would do was mash for 100 pack fist. I like how Jackie's hands are kind of. Already blew it. Jackie owns. He's deservedly bottom tier. That's about how I expected that to go. You didn't even bring out one barrel. What the fuck? All right, for the sake of me being able to actually do things, let's move on to the. He's got the tickle ants. I was being distracted by his tickle ants. So Hokuto no Ken 2 kind of resets the difficulty, obviously. So let's try and do this. We'll see some familiar faces here. We can finally live out a long time dream at the cost of another one. We gotta fight Bellona and Basque here. Damn, these guys look familiar. I feel like I've seen them somewhere. I think Konami took these guys out of Vendetta? This is all fan fiction. This is fine. Konami made this stuff original for the video game. There is no Hokuto no Ken 2. So we gotta do higher than 10. It's not this time yet. We're gonna punch our flowered out Mr. T here in the head. And now for the main event. Let's kill Hulk Hogan. The long-time dream of the channel finally coming true.
面白いけど、もう一度やってみる。貴様などひねり潰ってくれるわ。俺を回すんじゃなかった。
Thank you, Dad, again. This is my offering to you. This is really good. I would recommend maybe like next year once it's slightly safer, if you can go to an anime convention that is actually like being supported by GameSaru or someone else who has this cabinet, just to play this. It's really, this doesn't compare to the actual punching action. This guy has Kohaku's arc drive, or her old one, where she does the circles, right? You mean Stinky Jabba the Hutt? Oh. Fire his laser. We go, Ein. I think Ein looks. I love this fucking. If they made Hokuto no Ken in America, Ein guy. Why was he making the Ahagio face? What do you mean? He was just sticking his tongue out. He was just, you know, sticking his. I don't have a tongue, so I can't do it. Thankfully, he was just sticking his tongue out. You know, as you do. I thought this guy's name was Falco, but I feel like I'm misremembering him with a different character. Let's get him. Hold on. A little bit. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the part that makes me sad that I can't get to the higher difficulties. Cause I know if you fight when you beat Rao, it plays I wo Torimoto Se. Oh, I gotta do this one. But we have to settle for what we got in the demo mode. At that part, I don't need to show that much of Hokuto no Ken 2 stuff. Let's see what else is here, just for shits and giggles. So there's Iron mode. Kenshiro fighting some of the other dudes. I forgot about the pirate captain. And then I think there's this is just like free select. It's not totally free select. Iron mode is rated pretty low. I don't really want to, oh, I guess I'm doing it anyways. Let's try and do Iron mode, then we'll check out the free selects really quickly to see if I can get anywhere besides that. And then we'll move on to the true finale game of Konami the Licensed. I can't even remember the plot to Hokuto no Ken 2. I know Ken goes to like... He goes to the island of misfit Hokutos. And he fights fake Rao. He fights Rao too, Electric Boogaloo. You punched me because I timed it wrong. Timing is your life. Hokuto no Ken 2 is just the anime adaptation of the additional chapters of the manga. But I mean, like, it's that whole arc I felt is like colloquially known as Hokuto no Ken 2. Like, yeah, I know it's not really. In the anime is only, and the anime is referred to as Hokuto no Ken 2. It's like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, except people prefer not to talk about Hokuto no Ken 2, whereas people won't talk about anything that isn't Dragon Ball Z. Look at Bat! Look at Moon Rabbit, look away briefly, because this is what that little shit grows up into. I don't know if they're still in the chat. My friend Moon Rabbit is playing Lost Paradise. Yeah, this is Bat. Bat becomes a handsome young man. And he's gonna try and fight Ein here. We're gonna knock the shit out of him though. Yeah! There's more after? Are they... They don't, like, continue the story, do they? Or are they, like, weird, more, like, backstory chapters? Like I said, it's been, like, 10 years since I read all of Hokuto no Ken. To the point where I can barely remember... I don't even remember who this guy is. Jacko. I'm gonna lose here. Kenshiro gets the heart virus. Oh, did I make it to the break? What is this? What does this man have multiple lamps on his back? Welcome to this crazy time. Sorry, I realized also I forgot to apologize this. The webcam that this is mounted on, this has been wobbling this whole time. The webcam mount is not good. 100% making do with what I have. I figured the wobbling wouldn't matter that much. They should make this game just with the actors from the live action Fist of the North Star. I need to watch that movie at some point. I was also tipped off. I didn't know this. There is a stage play production of Hokuto no Ken. Because, you know, everything has a stage play. Oh, remix. Ivs. You know, everything has a stage play. The stage play is a musical, by the way. All right, we'll take a look at the free mode, and then I think we're gonna wrap up on Hokuto no Ken. What do you mean how? What do you mean how? It's a musical. So, if I'm correct, free mode isn't really like free practice, because I'm still like bound by first stage. Oh, let's see his face again. Let's fight Ray one more time. Yeah, exactly. Gamma Chris has it solved. It's just like how Konami, the famous progenitors of Bamani, made a Hokuto no Ken rhythm game. I mean, this is essentially a rhythm game. It's just not operating on any sort of rhythm. The rhythm is invisible to you, the player. But like, the fights are pre-scripted. They are gonna like pop the pads at you the same way, basically every time. You could theoretically learn the chart for all of these fights. Oh, we can fight fake. We can fight Amoeba. Perfect. Here he is. Thanks for the follow, Makden. I blew it though. This is about as far as I thought I'd get. The free mode still sort of retains its difficulty. I don't think it's feasible. I don't think it's enabled here. Usually sometimes MAME comes with the cheats built in. I don't think it'd be very fun to watch. Just watch me commentate over this stuff. But as I said, also, if you wanted to do this, this is available to you. This is just on MAME. This is, to me, is like one of the coolest things about MAME, MAME preservation. Let's go back to this screen. Let's pull my ass down here. Can I do this to get down here? Yes, I can. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorite things about MAME, is like when things like this get preserved and they find some sort of way to make it playable, even if it has to be done in a very weird way. So I'm glad I could like show this off at the end of the thing. I normally play on the real hardware, but I feel like I haven't done it in a while. Like, I like to show off interesting things that come out of emulation, and to me this is like the most interesting thing I've learned about in a few months. So let's call it here. Welcome to this. Yeah, so we're gonna stop on Hokuto no Ken here. This is not the end. The hand cam will be going away at this point. We don't need that anymore. We're playing a decidedly normal game after this. So please excuse me for a short minute while I set this next game up. And I want to say, if anybody is just piecing out because they just wanted to see the Hokuto no Ken demonstration, thanks for tuning in. This works as good of a perfect. Hi, thanks Orange Right. Thank you for the raid. I am sorry right now you just missed me doing the Hokuto no Ken stuff. We're calling it right now. I'm gonna switch to a different game, as I was saying. Yeah, sorry. There's a whole hour of me playing it that you can check out. I recommend at least checking out the start of it. But for now, I'm gonna switch gears, and we're gonna play a decidedly slightly more game, slightly more normal, slightly normal-ish game. Over here to talking time. While we're waiting, I guess what I could do, out of some politeness, is you can watch the rest of this Souther playthrough, not Souther, Keno playthrough, while I set myself up. So I will be back in a minute. I'm not gonna do my normal pause stuff. I'm gonna mute myself and let this play for a little bit while I set up. But yeah, if you're piecing out because you just came for, if you're piecing out because you just came for the Hokuto no Ken stuff, thanks for watching either way. Glad I could show you something silly or dumb. Well, I could probably show you something else you maybe not know about. And then you can decide to leave, so please stick around if you feel like it. Be back in a moment. Mocap boxing is really cool. Do you want to like see mocap boxing very briefly? Or do you want to let's see the end? Oh, get out of here. Let's watch the end of this fight and I'll show off mocap boxing very briefly. Come on, buddy. Come on. Be Kenshiro already. Oh, he's doing Muso Tensei. Look, he's preparing. He's so smart. Yeah, that's Rao mode. Mocap boxing, Konami. Somebody played this, please. Here we go. Mute this. So this uses a sort of like Kinect like sensor bar, where you're actually like your movement is actually being recorded here, and the boxing gloves also trace like your punches, so you can actually punch at the screen. There's a similar game I talked about at the start called a Police 911. There's Police 911 2 that use similar technology but are a light gun. This is what you look like when you play this game, though. Unfortunately, it's a bit sillier than actually having something you can hit like in the Hokuto no Ken games, which is funny because, as it turns out, I'm not going to be able to find one of these, am I? Oh, perfect. There is one. So this is one thing I didn't know about. This is the Boxing Mania Ashita no Jo, which uses a combination of the technologies. So you can see it has the punch pads from Hokuto no Ken, but you have to sway on command because it uses the motion sensor from Mocap Boxing and Police 911. I literally had no clue this existed until someone like linked me a totally different game on the arcade database. This is really cool, and this boots in MAME. Like, this is just somebody else's video. I can run it if I wanted to, but this boots in MAME, and you can like play it. It's also like fully rendered in 3D, but it doesn't work. The emulation doesn't work for the punch pads, or is it the sensor bar? I think the sensor bar doesn't work. Just that one Neo Geo game, the other one? No, there's another Ashita no Jo arcade game, one by Konami no less. This would actually fit in our timeline because this came out around 2000. There's a mashing mechanic too? All right, this game is sick. I can't wait for someone to figure out the emulation on it. I don't know how you would. There's even an uppercut sensor, wow. I'm so sad we don't get to play this game. But alas, we must move on.